Hey, this your girl, Miss Shawn. Thank you for tuning in to the 12 o'clock Real Talk session. We had a listener and he needed us to ask a question for him. And his question is, why do we complain about things when we don't get out and vote? We complain about the senators and the mayors, and we complain about these laws that's being passed, but we don't get out and vote. We'll go and look at the line and we'll see that it's 1 million people in line and we'll just keep on going. Or it's raining outside and we like, well, I don't want to get my hair wet. I don't feel like standing in line in the rain. And we'll leave. And then we'll complain about these different laws that's being passed. What about when you standing in line for Black Friday? You will stand in line and it'll be 1 million people there and you will stand in line for hours to get a new TV, a radio, or whatever it is you guys stand in line to get. Or if a new pair of Jordans come out, you'll stand in line all night for 3 days for a pair of Jordans. Or you'll stand in line for the new iPhone or whatever other phones that's out. You will stand in line for that, but you won't stand in line to vote. Which doesn't make any sense because that iPhone will break, them shoes will get old, and everything else. But you will stand in line for that, but you're not going to stand in line to exercise your right to vote because you're too lazy or you don't want to stand in line or whatever, but you'll stand in line for everything else. It doesn't make sense to me that you would do that. And then when these laws are passed, you complaining and you're crying and you're saying all this stuff about these laws that you do not like, but you didn't get in line to vote against it. So why are you crying? It's like either you're going to get out and vote and make your vote count, or you're going to sit on the couch and cry about this law that was passed that you don't like. So which one are you going to do? I think for the next time, if you don't want these laws to be passed or these senators or whoever to get in office, maybe you should stand in that line that has 100 people. Maybe you should stand in that line and go and vote. Like I said, you stand in line for everything else, so why don't you stand in line and exercise your right to make a difference? Because it only takes one vote to make a difference. And if it's 1 million of you out there that's complaining about standing in line, guess what? Those are 1 million votes we could have used. Think about it. If you're not getting out there to vote and there's a lot of people out there that's saying the same thing as you, then those laws that we hate are going to keep on passing because we're out there doing everything else except for exercising our vote. So the next time you need to get out there and stand in line, go ahead and do it. Because that's what needs to be done. Exercise your right to vote. This your girl, Miss Shawn. Remember, tune in at 12 o'clock p.m. Central Time for the Real Talk session. Or you can call us on Uvu at RPENTRADIO. Or tweet us at RPENTRESQTLINE. Remember, show your girl some love each day at 12 o'clock p.m. Central Time for the Real Talk session. Until next time, hugs and kisses.